Do you find it extremely hard to focus, concentrate, comprehend, and process even the smallest and the simplest things after surviving narcissistic abuse? Do you feel stuck in a thick fog of unclarity and feel like there is something deeply wrong with you and you are broken? If your answer is yes to any of these questions, this episode is for you. Hi, I am Danish, a narcissistic abuse recovery professional, and in this episode, we're going to talk about 5 ways a narcissist causes brain fog. Before we get started, please make sure that you're subscribed to this channel by pressing the subscribe button and push that bell icon to stay updated with everything latest that I post over here. Also, if you are listening to this episode on a podcast channel, please make sure to subscribe and follow as well. Number 1, they demand too much but give too little in return. Narcissists are very demanding and extremely needy. They keep taking your love, care, compassion, and affection, offering very little to nothing in return. There is no reciprocity, and you're only deprived and never replenished. Over time, these demands wear you down because you have to deal with their problems and yours simultaneously. The expectations of the narcissist almost quadruple your workload. In the ongoing moment, doing this work might be okay, but over time it becomes physically and mentally exhausting. They drain your vitality and life force, and nothing fills your container. You're sucked dry, and brain fog takes over as a manifestation of chronic fatigue from overgiving. Number 2, no recognition of your emotions. This is the most damaging way narcissists induce brain fog in those around them. You do not connect with your emotions as they do not recognize them, and keep invalidating your feelings in an attempt to shut you down. The more your emotions and feelings are degraded, the harder you suppress them, which leads to more build-up pressure that is never released. This pressure building never ends because they never stop telling how sensitive you are, how needy you are, how you do not let go of the things, how you're responsible for every issue in the relationship. They are in your face constantly telling you what you should and shouldn't feel. Ultimately, you get overwhelmed, your brain shuts down, stops taking any more info, and you lose executive functioning. Number 3, interruptions. Narcissists have a strange compulsion to interrupt and stop you in conversations, and not only conversations but also the other things that you do in your life. They fail to respect the fact that you are trying to make a point, so they talk over you, and this keeps happening for months to years. They counter-question, use word salads, circular conversations, and other forms of mind games to overflow you with dead data that encompasses your mental space, and you lose grip of the clarity. Thoughts become jumbled and associated feelings become distorted. It becomes difficult for you to recognize your voice and identity, and everything looks same in the fog. The interruptions and divergence create an intolerable amount of distraction and stress, rendering you incapable of retaining and storing any form of information. Before we move to the number 3, did you have brain fog after narcissistic abuse, after leaving the narcissist? Drop your experiences in the comments below. Number 4, invalidation. If the narcissist does not invalidate you, that would mean that they have to invalidate themselves because they are mostly wrong. But they don't want to do so. They don't want to accept the responsibility. The narcissist cannot listen to other people. They will dismiss what you have to say and make you feel like your opinion doesn't matter. This creates a feeling of isolation and makes you feel like your voice has been stolen. You can't properly communicate. When you feel like you have no voice, and if you feel like you are like this for years, how would you have any clarity? Constant invalidation keeps you walking on eggshells. You do not know how your next action will be perceived by them. Living in this constant state of stress for years creates an overwhelming demand on the body, and as a normal reaction to an abnormal amount of adversity, you shut down, your brain stops functioning properly, mental fog being one of the signs of the same. The most important and the last one, Sleep deprivation. Some narcissists make sure that their partner doesn't get enough sleep on purpose, just to keep them unsettled and easy to control. They would wake them up in the middle of the night or start a fight right before you go to bed, or face them to stay up late if they have to get up early in the morning. This overwhelms and stresses your system so much so that you struggle to do even the basic things and ultimately collapse. Mix sleep deprivation with all the abuse that they put you through, and then imagine the kind of trauma your body and brain experience. It's a chronic and a complex thing, as complex as you can possibly imagine, and you're tortured during the day. The night is the time filled with chaos when you should have been resting and digesting. If you left a narcissist and survived the unimaginable, please be compassionate towards yourself. Let yourself heal, because it can't just become the opposite of how it has been for you in just a couple of months or even a year or so. You need to be patient and you need to be extremely self-compassionate. That is the key to proper healing and getting over this brain fog and gaining clarity. That is it for today. I hope this episode was helpful and it validated your experiences. I'll talk with you very soon in the next one. Till then, let the healing begin.